May I request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की। May I request following dignitaries to please come forward for the lamp lighting. His Excellency Shri Nagesh Singh Ji, Mr. Sanjay Mehta, Mr. Dhawal Shah, Mr. Zain Nathani, Mr. Eric Tan, and Mr. Wirote.
अविरल मद धारा धात कुंभः शरण्यः
अविरल मद धारा धात कुंभः शरण्यः
फणिवर व्रत गात्रः सिद्ध साध्यादिवन्द्यः
फणिवर वृत गात्रः सिद्ध साध्यादिवन्द्यः
May I request you all to please take your seats on the dais.
त्रिभुवन जन विघ्न
People standing behind, please come forward, take your seats. A very good morning, Namaskar, Swadika. A warm welcome to Bangkok. My name is Amar Singh, and I'm the Secretary General of MRAI, working with MRAI since last 10 years. Dignitaries on the dais, His Excellency Shri Nagesh Singh Ji, Mr. Sanjay Mehta, President MRAI, Mr. Eric Tan, Founder, President of Malaysian Non-Ferrous Metals Association, Mr. Wirote, President of Iron and Steel Institute of Thailand, Mr. Dhawal Shah, Senior Vice President of MRAI, Mr. Zain Nathani, Vice President of MRAI, dignitaries of the dais, speakers, delegates, media officials, we are honored by your presence. On the behalf of MRAI, its board members and staff, I welcome you all to MRAI's first International Business Summit in Bangkok. This whole concept, it was started with an informal discussion. I'll use a little bit of Hindi during my speech. Amar, let's plan a conference outside India, yaar. ठीक है, करते हैं सर। कितने लोग आ जाएंगे? आई सेड 400, 300, 400 आ जाने चाहिए सर, अच्छा हो जाएगा अपना कॉन्फ्रेंस। बट thanks for your support and overwhelming response. We have 800 registered delegates here. As you all are aware, we are celebrating 77th year of India's independence. I would like to dedicate few lines for our great nation. May I request to please play the video.
ओ देश मेरे तेरी शान पे सदके कोई धन है क्या तेरी धूल से बढ़ के तेरी धूप से रोशन तेरी हवा पे जिंदा तू बाग है मेरा मैं तेरा परिंदा.
The song is very beautiful, very emotional too, and very lengthy. But I wanted to use these lines. My personal request to you all the Indians and people of Indian origin, please keep contributing to our Bharat Ma from your tan man dhan, physically, mentally, by wealth, and make it a great nation. It is already. With this, I would like to set the contest for this conference. We are the real superheroes, the recyclers. As recyclers, we are the real contributor for the better environment, creating huge job opportunities for the youth of the country, and creating various other social and economic benefit for the nation. The biggest threat for our future is the climate change. And we are the only one community on this planet who is capable of lowering down its effect. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has introduced Mission Life. I hope everyone is aware about Mission Life to the world at 26th UN Climate Change Conference at the Paris in Glasgow. Mission Lifestyle for Environment recognized that Indian culture, जो हमारा कल्चर, जो हमारी सभ्यता थी, जिसमें हमें सिखाया जाता था कि कम में कितना अच्छे से हम जी सकें, वही हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सारे देश को एक बार फिर बताया कि मिशन लाइफ को प्रमोट करिए. The importance of conserving our precious natural resources, living in harmony with the nature, are emphasized in our ancient scriptures. The need of the hour is to tap into that ancient wisdom and spread the message to as many as people we can. I request everyone to please stand up. Let us take a pledge. I pledge to make all possible changes in my daily life to protect the environment. I also commit to continuously motivate my family, friends, others about the importance of environmental friendly habits. Thank you so much. Sir, in the last 12 years, MRAI has done a lot for this industry, for our country. I want to show an introductory video of MRAI, wherein we will show what MRAI has actually done for our nation. Please play the video.
MRAI is the apex national association of India, representing over 1400 plus members engaged in the recycling and other related industries. With continuous support and participation from various international, national associations and industry, MRAI reaches out to around 20,000 small, medium and large entities that directly and indirectly employ over 25 lakh people. Started 12 years ago, MRAI has guided the transformation of the Indian recycling industry. As a result, the industry is now more robust, dynamic, united, and organized. MRAI continues to promote the usage of recyclable materials in finished products, and this in turn has contributed to the growth of the country. Some of the main MRAI contributions to government's policy interventions: National Non-Ferrous Metal Scrap Recycling Framework, Action Plans on Circular Economy for ELV, Solid Waste, Batteries, E-Waste, Metals and Other Waste and Scrap, Steel Scrap Policy, Vehicle Scrappage Policy, EPRs on Plastic, Tires, E-Waste and Batteries, JPC Study on Ferrous Scrap Market. MRAI is actively involved in the formation of BIS standards on ferrous, copper and aluminium scrap. MRAI helps to extend the reach and depth of government programs like Swachh Bharat, Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat. MRAI's initiatives give the government confidence in meeting its commitments like net zero emissions by 2070 and reducing CO2 emission intensity by 45% by 2030. MRAI helps in implementing the government's agenda on sustainability and circular economy initiatives. By implementing resource-efficient recycling techniques, Indian manufacturing can save up to Rs 60,855 million. India will fasten its growth to become a $5 trillion economy by the end of this decade by focusing on consumption, thereby generating more domestic scrap for local industries. Recycling with its resourcefulness and environmental benefits is the biggest and most effective artillery to combat global warming. It strengthens the foundation of India's socio-economic and environmental transformation. India is now poised in developing the circular economy parks with state-of-art technologies in the recycling industry, where MRAI is a knowledge partner with many implementing states. MRAI organizes networking conferences for the recycling industry to provide impetus to its development and technology upgradation. MRAI invites recycling companies in Southeast Asian countries to come and invest in emerging opportunities in India. MRAI solicits support and cooperation from various other stakeholders to help fulfilling recycling industry demands and to make India self-reliant for recyclable materials, wherein ELV, battery, metals and plastic recycling are sunrise sectors that are promising in India. Come, let us join hands to promote sustainable growth across Asia and make our nations a formidable force to reckon with in the world economy. Material Recycling Association of India. Truly, the voice of the Indian recycling industry.
Thank you so much. Over the next 2 days, we have lined up some excellent speakers. I'll request you all to please come and attend all the sessions. We have already circulated the program flows. Also, we have given ample networking opportunities. So please use the second floor for your networking. Don't stay in the lobby. I would like to thank all our diamond sponsors, Lexcon Steel, MSTC Limited, Bandhan Group, Viraj Profiles Limited, Private Limited, RXT Stainless Steel Group for their continued support to MRAI. I request all the delegates present here to download MRAI mobile app so that you keep in touch with all the conference related and interaction with all the delegates. Thank you so much. I would like to end my speech now. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Sanjay Mehta, President of MRAI, a very passionate person for the recycling fraternity, running a $2 billion company in India handling more than 2 million tons of ferrous scrap in India. They are number one. I don't know, having given so much of work he has, how come he takes out so much time for this industry? He's so much passionate. He's a marathon runner. His relentless commitment and passion for the recycling industry is tremendous. That's why we have started calling him Recycling Man of India. Sanjay bhai, stage is yours. Please come ahead.
थैंक यू अमर बहुत ज़्यादा बोल दिया एक्चुअली अमर आपने आज थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड वेलकम वंस अगेन टू बैंकॉक आवर फर्स्ट इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन अ वेरी वार्म वेलकम to everyone to this beautiful city of Bangkok. Myself, Sanjay Mehta, and Director of MTC Group, President of MRAI. Distinguished and eminent personalities on the dais with us. His Excellency, Sri Nagesh Singh, Ambassador of India to the Kingdom of Thailand. Mr. Dhawal Shah, Senior Vice President, MRAI and Partner, Metco Ventures, LLP. Mr. Zain Nathani, Vice President, MRAI and MD of Nathani Group of Industries. Mr. Amar Singh, my Secretary General, MRAI. Mr. Eric Tan, President, Malaysia Non-Ferrous Metal Association. Mr. Wirote, President, Iron and Steel Institute of Thailand. And of the dais are guests and delegates from across the world. Thank you once again. I am proud to stand here and address you on this auspicious occasion of the launch of MRAI's first International Business Summit in Thailand. The nerve center of a geographical locations where the East and West meet, especially at a time when the southern countries are getting more in the reckoning in the affairs of the world and its economy. For those who are new to MRAI, let me say a few words about these premier associations. Material Recycling Association of India has a short but beautiful and meaningful history of over a decade that has boasted of salient contributions to the recycling industry both in India and world over. MRAI has been able to provide leadership to the hitherto unorganized group of recyclers in India, getting them together along with the government and other important stakeholders and empowering them to become responsible recyclers. We have been fortunate to be part and parcel of the transformations that India is witnessing in the recent years as a dynamic and enterprising nation whose stature as a responsible world citizen is growing under the able leadership of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. In collaboration with the government, we have been able to bring about a whole lot of sea of changes, regulations towards providing level playing and facilitative environment for the recycling industry of the country to grow and flourish. MRAI has transformed itself from metal recycling to material recycling and today serving more than a half dozen recyclable commodities verticals including ferrous, non-ferrous, plastic, e-waste, paper, tire, rubber and batteries. Our efforts in formalizing the industry which was once largely an informal one has started showing encouraging. Our government is also happy with our MRAI's board of directors, Mr. Dhawal Shah, Vice President MRAI, Mr. Zain Nathani, Vice President MRAI and Managing Director of Nathani Group, Jinesh Shah, Director MRAI Rajan's Impacts Private Limited, Sandeep Jain, Director and Director of Sonalco Alloys Private Limited, Shravan Agarwal, Director MRAI and owner of Guardian Castings Private Limited, Naveen Sharma, Director of MRAI, Executive Director of Gravita India Limited, Gopal Gupta, Managing Director of Lexicon Steel Limited, Mohan Agrawal, Managing Director of CMR Green Technologies Limited, Ehsan Gadawala, Chairman of Allah Group of Companies, Mr. Vinay Sharma, India Operations GDB International, Ritesh Maheshwari, Executive Director, International Trade and Shabro Metallics Private Limited, Anirudh Chunjanwala, CEO of JG Chemicals Private Limited, Jayant Jain, owner of GR Metals Private Limited, Ashish Bansal, Pondy Oxides and Chemicals Limited, ALN Rao, Director and CEO of Exico Recycling, Mr. Ullas Parlikar, our most important advisor, global consultant, waste management, circular economy, and policy advocacy and co-processing. BK Soni ji, our e-waste director, owner of EcoReco, Prabhojot Sudhi, director and senior program director of circular economy in India. I will not forget to mention our team of MRI, dedicated team performance, and our efficient and energetic MRI secretariat team led by Mr. Amar Singh, who just spoke, Secretary General Mr. Amar Singh, Satish Kohli, advisor MRI, Pramod Shinde, head of communications MRI, Mr. Ayyappan, our magazine's senior editor, Pallavi Agrawal, head government and commodities compliance, Sufyan Ansari, Amit Singh, Anil Borade, Sajan Pagare. Our Commodore Sujit Samadarji, advisor MRI, Binisha, advisor MRI. Definitely, I must have forgotten few names, but we all are part and parcel of my back office who is working hard to give such a beautiful conference. The industry stakeholders highly appreciate MRI's out-of-the-box thinking and reaching out to address their concerns in an industry which is largely import dependent. With over 1,400 plus members, MRI's collective strength comprises of over 20,000 small, medium, and large enterprises directly and indirectly employing 2.5 million people. MRI is in line with the Government of India. I will show a small video of Mr. Sindhya ji.
I'm fully committed to circular economy and the recycling sector, not only in India but across the world. And I think we certainly, as a segment of the recycling sector, steel industry must be at the forefront of adaptation, must be at the forefront of mitigation, because we are the most adaptable part of that industry. Adaptable to the principles of the 6 R's. Principles of reduce, principles of recycle, principles of reuse, principles of recover, principles of redesign, and finally, principle of remanufacture. But we must ensure that we bring informal sector of steel scrap also into amalgamation of that will give a new trust to the sector of recycling and the circular economy as far as business.
Thank you, Siddharth. Government support is immense to us, to MRI, for forming up various policies. MRI is in line with the Government of India and its policies and programs, leading from the front and providing substance to India's global efforts and initiatives such as net zero emissions and circular economy concept. I am happy to inform that in last 4 months, we have successfully concluded 10 awareness conferences and more than 40 plant visits out of the 75 events which were planned by Ministry of Steel and Ministry of Mines, Government of India, as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations towards 75 years of Indian independence. We hope that the scrap recycling and waste utilization drives to important recycling hubs in the country would greatly help to give flip to scrap collections in India in times to come. Under the dynamic and visionary leadership of our Prime Minister of India, today the story is of an elephant that is charging ahead, fully aware of its size and potential. The largest democracy of the world is leveraging its positions and energies to become the engines of growth, not only for the country of 1,400 million Indians, but also for the world by making in India and making for the world. India is witnessing the largest infrastructure push over experienced by any other country in the world. In the current budget of the Modi government, the Indian economy has got the most powerful thrust to all of its important constituents, be it road, rail, air, or water. Infrastructure of every kind got its due importance. For example, the Indian government has allocated 2,700 billion rupees. The roadways saw 36% in increase in its allocation. The railways received its highest ever allocation of rupees 2,400 billion. Scripted under the vision of the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji for a new India, the budget focused on giving the all-important support to the economy by investing in infrastructure projects, which are not only limited to physical but also social and digital. Some of the important components include PM Gati Shakti scheme, ensuring integrated planning and implementation of infrastructure projects, large-scale expansion of cutting-edge digital technologies, building human capital using Skill India, National Skill Development Mission, investment that could lead to a more productive workforce with reduced mortality. Whether it is the government's flagship initiatives like Invest India, Make in India, Startup India, National Infrastructure Pipeline Projects, National Single Window Clearance, or PM Science and Technology and Innovation Advisory Council to achieve the India's vision of 2047 for a $40 trillion economy and become reclassified from a developing economy to a developed economy. There are enough reasons to vouch for this. For example, our trillion economy is moving fast to reach $40 trillion economy, and it is the fifth largest economy in the world. The number of airports doubled to 148 now from 74 in 2014, and we are aiming to achieve 250 airports by 2030. Almost 50,000 kilometers of national highway was added in last nine years. India is estimated to have had the highest number of digital banking users in the world. The country also accounts for the largest number of banking transactions globally. The Modi government has sanctioned more than 40 million house under PM Awas Yojana. Over 50 million bank accounts have been opened under the Modi government's flagship Jan Dhan Yojana. Under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Awas Yojana, Kalyan Anna Yojana, more than 800 million poor people were provided food grains. During the 9 years of Modi government, 300 million unorganized workers have been registered in e-Shram portal. Recycling is centered to the Prime Minister's vision plan for New India. More than anyone, he has understood the dynamics behind the 6R: rethink, redesign, reduce, redesign, reuse, recycle, and remanufacture, and their importance if the country has to embrace circular economy and sustainable way to growth and to fulfill climate change or other agendas that are collectively agreed to globally. When we recycle, we reduce the waste that could otherwise have ended up in landfills, reduce pollutions and emissions that causes climate changes, and most importantly, delay and reduce our need for using additional natural resources. Besides the numerous advantages to the society, environment and industries, recycling has ancillary benefits, including saving money and energy, creating jobs, providing industries with additional access to raw materials. If recycling companies are at the heart of circular economy value chain, circular economy is critical for our sustenance. Our business used to provide us for our sustenance. Besides giving us profits, it is now provide us a special status and a responsibility. It is our duty to make our fellow citizens aware about the benefits of recycling towards the environment and the society. Whether it is circular economy, sustainability, green earth, ESG, or carbon reductions, we show the world the way forward. Finally, our time has come to lead. Recycling industry's time has to come to lead, to grow, to guide, and to contribute. As recyclers, we are the torch bearers to the world. The problem of waste that troubles us all now requires comprehensive action involving all industry stakeholders, including governments, corporates, academics, and NGOs, to streamline the supply chain and think about product design. Between India and the Southeast Asian countries, there are many things in common. Let us hope this event also help us to contribute towards fructifying our shared visions towards recycling and promises. It has towards society, environment, circular economy, and their sustainability. It is our humble wish that MRA's first International Business Summit at Bangkok prove to be another extension of our government's strategic initiatives of its Act of East Policy by contributing to the cooperative spirit for developing and growth. Now I would like to end my speech with the thanks to all diamond sponsors, Lexicon Steel Limited, Bandhan Group, Orex Stainless Group, MSTC Limited, Viraj Profiles, and all the exhibitors of FRI's South Asian International Business Summit at 2003. I would like to also mention one of our directors' name has been forgotten, Mr. Navid Chadda, VK Metcas, and Sandeep Jain, Sonal College Private Limited. Thank you very much. Thank you each and everyone. Thank you.
Two prominent personalities of MRAI board, Mr. Navneet Chadda, he's leading MRAI office in Delhi, and Mr. Sandeep Jain, one of the India's biggest aluminium recycler from Sonalco Industries. Sanjay skipped their names, so I thought I'll take their names once again. They are our board members, and we are very proud that we have such a eminent board representing all the non-ferrous, ferrous, plastic, paper, e-waste industry. This is the real strength of MRAI. I request everyone present here who has attended, who are attending this conference as non-members of MRAI, please do become member of MRAI, make our voice more stronger, louder in the government corridor so that we can take up all your concerns with respective government authorities. Going ahead, now I would like to welcome His Excellency Shri Nagesh Singh Ji, Ambassador of India in the Kingdom of Thailand. Sir, please आएं और हमें अवगत कराएं कि इंडिया और थाईलैंड के रिलेशनशिप के बारे में. Thank you so much, sir.
Bit tricky, this one. Shri Sanjay Mehta ji, President of the Material Recycling Association of India. Shri Dhawal Shah ji, Senior Vice President of the MRAI. Mr. Zain Nathani, Vice President MRAI. Mr. Amar Singh, Secretary General MRAI. Mr. Eric Tan, Founder President Malaysia Non-Ferrous Metals Association. Khun Wirote, President Iron and Steel Institute of Thailand. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Namaste, good morning and Swadikap. I am happy to be here today at the plenary session of the first International Business Summit being organized in Southeast Asia, and I was told overseas for the first time, so it's not just Southeast Asia, by the Material Recycling Association of India. I welcome you all to this beautiful city and also thank you for your presence here today. I compliment President Mehta and his team for selecting Bangkok as the venue for this summit, as this country has tremendous business potential and it can also serve for us as a gateway for the Southeast Asian region and beyond. Friends, India and Thailand are maritime neighbors. We share a boundary in the Bay of Bengal. Not many people know that. I also call our two countries civilizational neighbors, as we are inextricably linked to each other through common beliefs of Hinduism and Buddhism, shared traditions, and linguistic heritage. Almost 20 to 30,000 words in Thai language are taken from Pali and Sanskrit. These exchanges between India and Thailand date back millennia. An important dimension of our relationship has been the people-to-people connect. As the land of Buddha, India has a special place in the hearts of the Thai people. On the other hand, Thailand, the land of smiles, also has a special place in the heart of the Indian people, which manifests in the visit of almost 2 million people from India every year to Thailand. 2 million tourists come. This used to happen pre-COVID days. Last year it was 1 million, and again this year it's expected it will cross 2 million. Trade and tourism exchanges between India and Thailand have played an important role in enhancing mutual understanding of each other's culture, beliefs, and traditions. So it's a very close partnership between India and Thailand. And I don't want to get into the bilateral aspect of the relationship, but the trade is around $18 billion, and it can become a topic of another speech. So I'll stop here just to say it's a very, very close partnership. Friends, circular economy is the new reality of our times. It also provides unprecedented economic opportunities for businesses around the world. Globally, all major economies are now shifting towards a circular economy, as sustainable growth and development has become an imperative for the survival and healthy future of our planet. In this regard, Thailand is well positioned to capitalize on the global shift towards circular economy. Thailand is already implementing what they call the bio-circular green economy model in this country. The BCG model in Thailand aims at applying the concepts of bioeconomy, circular economy, and green economy to develop high-value products and services that are eco-friendly and require less resource input while conserving natural and biological resources. The government here is focusing on 3 key areas: improving manufacturing processes, waste management, reuse and recycling, and incentives to encourage growth of circular enterprises. Thailand has set a target for all plastic waste to be recycled by 2027. The Thai government policies are seeking to provide a sound investment climate to those looking to start or expand businesses which utilize Thailand's abundance of resources, including agricultural raw materials, industrial waste, municipal solid waste, and plastics, to create increasingly efficient green industries. Several leading Thai companies have incorporated circular economy principles, the 6 R's which were mentioned recently, into their business models, strategies, and operations. Thailand's new generation of consumers are also more informed about global environmental issues, and a change in their behavior, purchase preferences, and attitudes towards consumption and sustainability is clearly being witnessed by all of us here. This was a brief tour de horizon, as we say, on Thailand, because I'm India's ambassador. Now you'll have to listen to what I have to say about India, some of which has already been very eloquently given by previous speakers. Friends, today India is the 5th largest economy in the world, and also amongst its fastest growing economies. With a population of over 1.4 billion, it is also one of the largest waste producing countries, generating about 960 million tons of waste annually. Now, I'll keep this aside for a while, but just want to tell you that we are the world's fastest growing large economy, at least. We are the 5th largest economy today, and by 2027, we'll be the 3rd largest economy behind United States and China. It is being predicted by all informed sources that 20% of global growth, global GDP growth, will be coming out of India in the next decade. By 2030, it is expected that India will be the 3rd largest stock market capitalization in the world, with almost $10 trillion of stock market capitalization. 25% of global workforce is going to be coming out of India. You know, the world is aging. We have around 900 million people in the working age group. And this is very important for our Indian friends to understand, because we don't realize it, because we have abundance of population. Like we mentioned, 1.4 billion people, 1/6 of humanity lives within our borders, but the rest of the world is aging. And we have to prepare ourselves, and we are cognizant of the fact that we have to skill our people. So just having numbers is not good enough, but we have to train them to be ready to take up the jobs which are coming out now. And also not just because the other populations are aging, but because technology is changing the global workplace. Again, like I said, on India, we can keep talking about it, but just wanted to give a brief, especially for our foreign friends who are present here today, that India today presents one of the greatest opportunities for business going forward, what China was in the 1990s and 2000, the first decade of this century. and everyone should look at it very seriously. As I mentioned, we generate a lot of waste. I'm coming back to the MRAI's purpose here. We generate about 960 million tons of waste annually. The rapid and sustained growth of our GDP over the past few decades has resulted in widespread prosperity and increased consumption by almost all sections of our society. This increase in prosperity and growth in consumption has been accompanied by myriad social, economic, and environmental factors, including rising population, rapid urbanization, increased environmental pollution, and marked climate change. These are the growing challenges of rapid economic development. It is also essential that we find quick solutions for attaining a balance between rapid economic and technological development and sustainability of the finite resources of our planet. Friends, United Nations had set the Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development in 2015, which has 17 goals and 169 targets as a plan of action for our planet, people, and prosperity. In the context of our event here today, SDG goal, the Sustainable Development Goal number 12, is about ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns, which is key to sustain the livelihoods of the current and future generations. Unsustainable patterns of consumption and production are the root causes of the triple planetary crises of climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution. There have been challenges of COVID-19, geopolitical tensions like the war in Ukraine and the resultant food and energy inflation, etc., which have given a setback to all countries in their collective efforts to realize the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. India is no different. However, the government and people of India are determined to do their utmost towards attaining the SDGs in a realistic time frame, despite the myriad complexities and challenges of India's size. I keep telling people who don't understand it that you have to look at the size of our country and the complexities of our size and the size of our complexities, because it's a diverse country with all sorts of things happening there. But despite that, we are on track. On the issue which is relevant to this meeting here today, SDG 12, that is, Sustainable Consumption and Production Patterns, several programs have been launched in India, and this is reflected in the 2023 SDG report, which shows that we have achieved the SDG 12 target and are on track to maintaining this SDG achievement by 2030. Initially, when I was given some of the talking points, I was very suspicious of it. But I went down to the source of the UN, and actually on two areas we have attained. One is, sustainable production and consumption. So I must compliment, because I'm sure the MRAI and its, companies which are part of it have contributed to our achieving this particular goal. Being on target, we will achieve it. Some of the programs like the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, a flagship initiative of Government of India. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, for those who don't understand Hindi, it's the Clean Mission India, deals with waste collection and its effective management and is providing tremendous growth opportunities to various upcoming startups that are focusing on providing innovative solutions. Electronic and biomedical wastes are the primary focus of circular economy startups in India, and they are focusing on finding creative scientific procedures to deal with the generated waste while aiming at safer disposal. Another policy intervention which stands out in terms of its rationale for a circular economy is the Atal Innovation Mission, launched in 2016 to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in India. In addition, several initiatives have been launched which revolve around financial incentives for the efficient utilization of resources to encourage the adoption of circular business models and promote sustainable consumption patterns. These incentives include tax benefits, subsidies, and low-interest loans to the recycling industry. Though circular economy concept is relatively new to India, it is gaining prominence. The Indian waste management industry offers huge potential, and policies are being formulated at center and state level for collection, disposal, and recycling, and also creating efficient infrastructure to improve waste management in the country. I am informed that at present over 20,000 SMEs and large enterprises are involved in recycling of metals, paper, e-waste, tire, etc., which has been mentioned, and giving employment to 2.5 million people, which is remarkable in the country. MRAI is the apex national association representing the interest of the recycling industry. So once again, I'd like to congratulate all the members who are involved with MRAI. Friends, the current market size of Indian waste management market is about $33 billion, and it is expected to reach 45 billion by 2030. This will provide a plethora of opportunities to circular economy startups and other businesses, ranging from plant-based proteins, carbon emission trackers, to electric vehicles and new battery technologies involving waste management in the design phase to assist in closing the loop. This also provides a huge opportunity for investments by Thai companies and other regional companies in India in this particular sector. It is estimated that the adoption of circular economy practices will generate savings of over 624 billion by 2050 in India across sectors such as food, agriculture, construction, and mobility. And I'm sure this is true for other countries also, but these numbers are large because, again, like I said, because of the large size of our economy. Friends, as businesses continue to develop innovative ways to use waste and byproducts, and consumer demand for green products grow, India is ready to transform business operations and business models backed by strong government support and attractive investment incentives. I firmly believe that this is an ideal moment in time to explore and build mutually beneficial partnerships of technology, know-how, trade, and investment in our respective circular economy industries. This would be in the interest of both India and Thailand, the region, and the rest of the world. Once again, I congratulate Material Recycling Association of India for organizing this summit in Bangkok, and I wish you every success in your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a beautiful speech. May I request everyone to give a big round of applause. Also, I would like to thank sir for giving out his precious time and attending this, gracing our conference. I'll request Mr. Sanjay Mehta and Mr. Dhawal Shah to please give a token from MRAI to Shri Nagesh Singh ji. We are starting the second session. May I request my colleague, Mr. Sujit Samadar, to please come on the dais. I request His Excellency, Sri Nagesh Singh ji and Mr. Sanjay Mehta to please enjoy the next session. Yeah. Request everyone to please stay back. It is a very important session on global recycling industry.